Joining us live in studio, Anna Vocino. Anna, good morning. Thanks so much for your time.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be a palate cleanse.
You are a delightful
welcome.
palate cleanse. You are the new voice of Mrs. Potato Head in Toy Story 5,
Correct.
which is smashing box office records. You apparently heard me talking earlier that I've never seen Toy Stories 1 through 4.
I suggest you start there.
I was waiting for you to get a role. How did you get the role?
I know you were. Thank you for waiting. You had to wait a while.
I did have to wait decades. How did you wind up as Mrs. Potato Head?
Well, first of all, I'm replacing the late great Estelle Harris, who passed away. And luckily, we have the blessing of her family. And I auditioned. That's what it is. I do a lot of voice matching.
Okay.
And because obviously that's not my actual speaking voice. That's how she spoke. Like she embodied that voice, you know. So I had to study up on Estelle Harris, get George's mom like really dialed in, you know, like getting into
That's
character.
phenomenal.
And I auditioned, and then they called and said, when are you available to record? And I was like, oh, for Pixar? Literally anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. So you knew in the audition what you were auditioning for.
Yeah, so they send reference of lines that she has, and then you match those. And then they send non-ref. So those are some of the new lines. Sometimes they're fake lines because they don't want to leak down on the internet, right?
But you knew it was for that character.
I knew it was for that character. Yes, so I'm matching that character. They want to hear that you're
no
able
pressure.
to do it.
Hey, you're auditioning for.
But then I had to go do the job.
Yeah.
And I was just terrified. I think I was just shaking all day long, but had a lovely time at Pixar. They're the nicest people, of course. You know.
I can't even imagine how many voice actors were auditioned for that iconic role.
I was in shock. I actually told my agent, I was like, oh, you mean to scratch, which is like the temporary track until they get like the real person who's going to do it? And they're like, no, it's you.
This is it.
And I was like, you mean for the video game? They're like, again, no, you're doing a movie. I was like, okay.
Your agent, because without an agent, let's just say if Pixar came to me and they say, we want you to be a rutabaga in a film.
Right.
And we're not going to pay you.
Are you ready to bring that rutabaga to life?
Yes,
no,
absolutely.
The answer is pay me whatever you want.
That's exactly what I would say. Yeah.
You don't negotiate with Pixar.
Right, exactly.
That would be my business advice.
I don't want to get into but I mean, whatever they offer you,
accept. $100 million.
And 17% of the back end of the revenue.
That's right. I actually own all of Pixar.
Well, all right, so you get it.
Yeah.
When you get the call from your agent, like, all right, you're Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah.
What's that celebration like?
Again, I think, just in disbelief, and part of that is mitigating what happens to you in entertainment, because I've been doing this a very long time, and you win some, you lose some. And then eventually you look back and you're like, oh, I've built a career. I'm a journeyman actor who's been able to do this for 30 years, you know? And so what does it look like? I still was in disbelief until they announced it in February. I was sitting with it for over a year because I recorded it a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like, it's not real until they say it's real.
Was it NDA? Like you can't?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, buttoned up.
So your family, did they have, I mean,
My husband.
You tell your husband.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then also, too, it was such a good day at work. Like every other day where there's like stuff that you're dealing with that's not fun, I just say now, well, not every day can be a day at Pixar.
That's remarkable.
That's the peak.
Anna Vocino joining us live in studio here on the Mark Aram Show. You have local roots. You have ties to Atlanta. Tell us about it.
I do. Right down the street, there's a theater called Whole World Theater on Spring and 14th, and I was one of the founding members there back in the 90s. We did that. I went to Emory. I was in Rathskeller, the improv troupe, at the collegiate improv troupe there. And met my husband there. And back then, we didn't have all these cool tax breaks where they shot everything in Atlanta. So you had to go to New York or LA for
apparently you've missed that window because everything's,
I did. My friends who stayed have very lovely careers and resumes. They did a great job.
So are you still tied into Whole World?
As much as I can. I want to send people there to see shows Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights because the theater's still there. They're doing all kinds of stuff in the community, and the shows are amazing. And some of our original founders are still the artistic. Chip and Emily are still the artistic and managing directors there. So I think I'm going
to end the interview now because I have a bone to pick with Whole World.
Oh, what happened?
So I love Whole World Theater. And a couple of my friends were like, hey, this was, 15 years ago. They're like, they're doing a Whole World class. Let's do it. Me and like 4 of my buddies did it.
You did improv class?
I did.
Okay.
Loved it.
Yeah.
And then they select like a couple of people from the class to go on to the next.
Oh.
They're like, all right, you guys have talent. We're going to bring you along. So we do another thing. And I'm like, I'm on WSB TV. I'm WSB Radio.
Like, hey.
I'm working
pedigree.
split shifts, but I'm like, this is the most enjoyable thing I've ever
really
did.
Fun, yeah.
And I guess I rested on my laurels. I'm like, well, they have to pick me to be a member of the cast because I will sell. I'm on the radio every day. I can sell out that theater.
That was actually poor strategy on their part.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they didn't cast
butts
me.
Butts and seats.
Now, obviously, I'm partially joking. I love the whole world theater.
We will never let them live that down.
Well, I just think
I'm
financially,
take this is my burden.
Financially, like you should have cast Mark Aram on the cast.
100%.
Yeah, just abuse my name, use my name, fill seats, sell.
Listen, Hollywood, baby.
Yeah,
you know how it's done.
Chip, I mean, Chip is great. He's so talented. So let's go through this. Obviously, from that improv background, and that was my biggest weakness, and I'll admit it. I can't do characters. I can do the rutabaga. And I could do my dad with a Brooklyn accent. I couldn't come up with characters, which are essential to.
Not everybody can do characters. It's different.
But I never tried. I never tried to do it.
Well, not trying. That's another conversation we need to have.
If you don't mind,
yes.
give me a little Mrs. Potato Head again.
A little bit of Mrs. Potato Head, like on the spot. I mean, she has a little more of a lisp in the front. I'm here with Mark Aram, a lovely young man.
That's my Nana. You're doing my Nana now.
Yeah, I am doing most people's Nana. If you're from Brooklyn, or
yes, exactly,
which is where she's from.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
it.
Yeah, that's Nana Minnie. But going back to your improv days, who were some of your character or your voices that you used?
I mean, well, I did all kinds of things. I think that's what prepped me for a life doing voiceover. Is being able to do all those voices because now doing cartoons and video games, I have to see what the artwork is. And bring that to life. Yeah. And so luckily I had all that experience on stage 30 years ago.
But you have that
hours.
Reservoir of experience and talent and voices that
I have paint on my hands from your headphones. So I just want you to know this. I'm going to take this with me.
OSHA will be here momentarily. We'll take a statement and make sure it's all lead paint.
It's
so you're
lead.
Fine. It's all,
I feel it.
It's all lead paint.
I'm dying.
All right. So this opened up on the 19th, broke box office records.
Yeah.
Did you go to the premiere? What was your opening night experience?
I did go to the premiere, and I think everybody thought, because Taylor Swift wrote the song for the end of the movie, and everybody thought she's not going to come. And then, surprise, they raise up the screen, and Taylor Swift is doing the song on the piano, and then they bring Randy Newman out, and they sing "You've Got a Friend in Me" together, and everyone's like, "Wow!" A million phones go up.
This is in
LA.
LA.
We can't just watch in the moment. Everyone has to be filming it, myself included.
Yeah. This is in LA?
In LA, at the Dolby Theater at Hollywood and Highland. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, Pixar, I'm making a broad assumption here that you are not in a studio like this with other voice actors, right?
I am not with the other actors, which is a bummer, but I did get to record the same day as Jeff Bergman, who's replacing Don Rickles for Mr. Potato Head. So we got to cross paths and meet then, and then now we've become friends, and I felt better that there was somebody else, because it's a lot of pressure to replace icons.
Yeah. How's his Rickles, by the way?
Fantastic, and he's been doing it since I think his voice changed, so he's very good at it.
But again, I haven't seen this. I'm so sorry, but like this is Tom Hanks is in there, right?
I am gonna hold it against you. Yeah, Tom Hanks is in that one.
So
Tim
you're not in a studio with Tom Hanks.
No, you're not in the studio with Tom Hanks. But at the after party, what was really funny, my husband and I wound up sitting in like this cast overflow part. And when Taylor Swift walked in, who, by the way, she looks like a Disney princess. She's talking, everybody brought their kids. And it was just like, I was like, she's so gorgeous, and like the whole thing. Once she walked in, it became apparent that we had sat ourselves in a space that was supposed to be for her group, right? And we were in the way of all the famous people trying to get to her to say hello. And I felt like most of my careers, I'm just in the right place at the right time.
That's amazing.
I know. I was like, oh, we should move so that they can talk to her.
Oh, you're more generous than I am. I would have stayed right there.
I was watching for a little while.
You're
Mrs.
Really Potato Head. Yeah, this is a game changer.
I mean, they had to let us sit there because I'm cast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But should I have sat there? Probably not.
No, you are Mrs. Potato Head.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
And that's so funny. And out of context, that would sound like an insult, but
I know
you are.
I
know.
All
right. So again, I'm not your agent or your manager.
Okay.
But I'm just maybe I've got an idea.
Okay.
Like a reboot of Seinfeld as a cartoon, and you are George's mom.
I feel like I
right.
I feel like now it's known.
Yeah,
I am the lady when you need an Estelle Harris.
When you need an Estelle
type.
Harris, absolutely.
Yeah,
so any cartoon reboot from anything that Estelle Harris has done.
Jeff Bergman and I were talking about we need to do a Pixar because they're pretty good at telling stories. A Pixar, a prequel, an origin story on the Potato Heads. How did those two meet in the rough streets of New York City?
Two spuds just trying to find their way.
Spuds.
All right, so what's next for what do you do after Miss Potato Head?
What's next? I have a cookbook coming out this fall.
Nice.
So I actually in all of my free time. No, I was diagnosed with celiac 20 years ago, which is a very boring way of saying I have to eat gluten-free.
You can't eat donuts.
Can't eat donuts
Yeah.
unless they're gluten-free donuts. Not that exciting, let's be honest. So I was determined to figure out how to make yummy things, and then in the process ate a lot of carbs, became pre-diabetic, put on a bunch of weight, and then had to clean up my act. So I got rid of carbs. So my whole focus is to help people get off of sugar and processed carbs.
Wait, so celiac, like potatoes and rice,
Potatoes
those
are fine
okay
for celiac.
Yes.
But if I personally eat a ton of potatoes and rice, I'm going to get into my type 2 diabetes range. So I have to keep it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I always say I'm a HIPAA violation on myself because I feel like if I tell my story and it helps one person.
As long as I don't ask, there's no HIPAA violation. You can
I'll just
freely.
say I will voluntarily, just
So you got the
describe all of it.
cookbook.
So I have 4 cookbooks. The 4th one's coming out in October. It's a party book, low sugar cocktails and delicious party food. And I have a food company, Eat Happy Kitchen. So I appreciate the irony of being a woman who sells her pasta sauce. I am Italian. I sell my pasta sauce, and I don't even eat pasta, but everybody else does. So
There's gluten-free pastas, right?
there are.
Yeah.
There are. But do we really enjoy them that much?
I don't judge. I like all pastas, so
Good.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
that. All right, so again, I know there's NDAs and there's all this stuff, but obviously I'm going to go home this weekend and watch all of the Toy Stories,
marathon.
and then go to the theater. Is there a 6?
I saw Tom Hanks was speaking about a 6 in the press yesterday, so I'm taking my cues from Tom Hanks. It's your game, Tom. It's your turn.
Phenomenal.
I think Andrew Stanton, the director and creator of it all, might have a say in it, so maybe he would know the answer.
There's no way
Do you
you
want to call
can't.
him?
After what it was 150 million in the opening week, there's no way they don't do a 6.
I'm into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe your agent will get you a better deal this time.
I don't care.
You have leverage now. You are
Do I?
Mrs. Yeah.
Do I?
I don't. Maybe.
Famous last words in Hollywood.
Do
you?
Do you live in Atlanta? Where do you live now?
I live in 2 hours north of LA now. So I went to LA,
Okay.
was there for 20 years, and a few years ago moved 2 hours north in the
Okay.
wine country, like where Sideways was filmed. You know that
Oh,
area?
yeah.
It's awesome.
Not drinking Merlot.
I am not drinking any Merlot.
So why you obviously flew back to the East Coast to do my show? Is there anything else
That's
that brought you down?
Well, I saw all my friends are still here. I went to the theater,
Oh, yeah.
seeing everybody.
Don't bring that up. By the way, if you see
I'm
Chip and Emily, don't. I'm over it. It was my fault. I didn't put the
Okay.
effort in. But I mean,
Okay.
it was a financial boo boo on their part. Like,
100%.
yeah.
I'm Team Mark on this one.
Social media and links to your cookbooks and where can the
please.
listeners find you?
EatHappyKitchen.com is the best place to find all the links. Oh,
Yeah.
did I get a little?
You
Is
got
that
a
an
little
endorsement bell?
Exactly.
Anna Vocino is what I am everywhere on all the socials.
The Gram, is that where we
on
find
the gram
you? On the Gram.
on the gram
All right.
on the TikTok.
And I just met you, but I'm so proud of you. This is phenomenal. Best of luck
Thank
in
you.
your future endeavors as a voice actor, as a writer, as a mom, as a wife.
Thank you.
You're rocking it. You're
Thank you.
you're
Thank
crushing
you for
it.
having me.
And I want to find out during the Darius, find out the top 20 most famous Emory grads.
I'm not in them.
You're I think you're getting close.
Somebody write Emory.
Yeah, I think you're in the others receiving votes. Top 20 and then you're receiving votes. I think you're there. But you're rising the charts.
I don't know
with
if
a
I can
bullet.
name another one though.
Didn't Sanjay Gupta? Didn't he go to
did
Emory?
he go?
I don't know. We'll
All
find
right.
out during
Good
the
for
break.
him.
Yeah, that's called the tease. The most famous Emory grads next on the Mark Arum Show.